Greetings friends, Reformed Stoic, back again with another video. I know I keep saying that I'm going to make the sugar diet video soon. I will. I'm maybe going to try to go back to like regular uploads. It's hard, I kind of just got to go with the inspiration when it's there. And that's why I've been putting the sugar diet video off, because I'm starting to kind of get some ideas for videos, and I could make that video at any time. It probably wouldn't hurt to like actually do the diet for a little bit and maybe try to like see the scale go down first. So let's get to it. This phrase that I came up with, the title of this video, I think is like a really good way to encapsulate and just summarize this kind of feeling and idea that a lot of people like want to try to get some closure on. You aren't fun anymore, and it's not really your fault. So, an alternative title, just for my opening statements on this, could be like, Mo, you need to work on your personality. So, the title of, you're not fun anymore and it's not really your fault. It's like, I can only look at myself. I was always funny. It really like bothers me when I'm, talking about the like struggling with women stuff, and people are like, oh, women really like funny guys. And it's like, and they're like, well, dude, you're complaining. Like, women don't like guys who complain. And it's like, bro, I was the class clown. I was the Jim Carrey, the Tom Green. And then, there's like the stereotype about gesture maxing. And I made a video about gesture maxing. I think that was like a year and a half ago now. But I really think it's undercutting myself to summarize me as a gesture maxer in my childhood. Like, I was funny. I made people laugh. People liked to have me around. The problem that I had, I think, is that like, because kind of like piggybacking off of my last video where I was talking about being an emo kid a little bit and stuff, it's like, as soon as I kind of started to develop physically and get in shape and develop muscles, and I know that there was some women that noticed me, my personality kind of like shifted. I feel like if I would have been able to stay the emo boy, but then just kind of be in better shape and be better looking, something tells me that like that would have worked out a lot better for me. I immediately shifted to like trying to be a tough guy, trying to like get into rap and be a rapper, which I enjoy making rap now. I'm glad that I took that path. But man, oh man, did it take a long time. Like, I feel like I always showed some potential at times with the hip-hop, but there was a lot of cringe, man. There was a lot of cringe, and I really didn't need to be doing the 8 Mile, White Rabbit, like, Malibu's Most Wanted shit when I just started to get in shape and, like, get abs and stuff. And if I could have just kind of stayed who I was mentally, and like being funny and smooth, like not smooth, but just being funny and like being full of life. If I could have just stayed that way and then just looked better, I think that would have worked wonders for me. And I made a video a long time ago that maybe needs to be kind of remade, and that's pretty much what's going on right now, is like, if you were the nice guy, stay the nice guy. Now, of course, that term nice guy is kind of like a proto red pilled, or just something that like it's so vague that it could mean a lot of different things to different people. That was kind of like what women were talking about a long time ago on Reddit. Like, women became privy to this term nice guy because this is like proto black pilled stuff. This is kind of like 2010 pre-black pill. Men being like, oh, women only go for assholes, nice guys finish last. And women were starting to panic, and they're like, oh, well, nice guys are assholes, and nobody owes you sex for holding the door open. It's like, that's not necessarily what it means to, like, be a nice guy. Maybe it just means that you're nice. And then, like, women get with a 6'4" drug dealer who beats them, you know? So that was already, like, in the public forum a long time ago, at least, like, 5 years before the black pill popped up on the radar. But yeah, the idea of if you were nice, stay nice, I think for a lot of people, see, I think that's kind of like a phase as a man. Most men are going to experience getting friend zoned, being too nice, maybe having a little bit of frustration with women because it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm being so nice. I'm smiling. And then somebody has to kind of tell you, it's like, bro, like, you got to kind of, like, be cocky. You got to kind of, like, play these games. You got to kind of have, like, the smug smile and give them a little bit of shit and show that, like, you're not desperate for their acceptance and their approval and be a little bit of a contrarian. I think every man has to go through that phase. But what happens when you get deemed the nice guy is that you get stuck there. And I can tell you that with me, like I mentioned in my video, the last video I made, you know, talking about my influences, that when I pulled the Walmart prank yelling "Fish Man" through the PA, I was hanging out with this girl, like, who friend zoned me. Every single day she came over to my house. We were playing in a band. She played bass. And she was, like, one of my first, like, really serious crushes, man. And I gotta tell you, like, she had kind of, like, a wicked, like, a cat, like, torturing a bird nature to her. Yeah, I'm not gonna fully get into that. But in 8th grade, I got friend zoned really hard. And then I had, like, a different kind of a friend zone where, like, there was a girl who, like, I wanted to fuck. But, oh my gosh, that is not a girl that I would have ever wanted to have been with, and definitely, I can tell you that. Basically, she just wasted a lot of my time. I wish, if I could teleport back into high school, I would tell this chick, listen, like, you're in my room, like, laying on my bed and watching movies and shit. I'm either going to be hitting that, or, like, get the fuck out. And that's seriously what it is. Like, that is, like, word for word what I just said. That is my advice to young guys in high school. Like, if you had what I had, this chick would show up to my house uninvited and then ask my parents, hey, is Jake home? And come up to my room and just kind of assume that I was down to hang out with her at any time. And it's like, listen, we need to talk. You come over a lot. We spend a lot of time together. You got a fat ass. Ew, don't say that. We're friends. Yeah, okay, I understand. But the thing is like, I feel like you're wasting my time. This is time that I could be spending with another girl. And if I'm not going to be hitting that, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. You want to have sex right now? No! Peace out. Seriously. Just like that. Because guess what, bro? That girl, over the next couple of weeks, might be like, I'm confused. Wee! I think I see something in that guy. We laughed and we had fun. And then she'll call you back. It's like, okay, let's hang out. Like he said. She might change her mind. That is how you get out of the friend zone. That is exactly how you get out of the friend zone. But, I mean, getting out of the friend zone, to me, like, the way I would want to define it is it doesn't even mean that you're smashing a chick. Like, just, like, even if you don't turn her into your girlfriend or smash her, you're still getting out of the friend zone. Even if you don't turn her into her girlfriend, like, a girl who you want to have sex with, who wastes all of your time, that's the friend zone. And you get out of the friend zone regardless of whether or not you turn her into a fuck buddy or your girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like, you just don't want to be in the friend zone. That's beta shit. And I can tell you that I learned how to shoot my shot over time, and I didn't get friend zoned anymore. Like, if you're getting friend zoned in your 20s, you have very different problems than I've come to have. But, so that's not really what the video was about, but I don't need to poetically wax about that. Like, that is how you get out of the friend zone. What movie are we gonna watch tonight? We're gonna have so much fun. Listen, sweetie. We spend a lot of time together, and I think you're hot. I would like to have a physical relationship with you. What do you mean? You have a nice butt, and I want to bang you. Ew, don't say that. You're my friend. Well, I don't want to be your friend anymore. And this is either going to go somewhere, or I just don't want to see you anymore because you failed to create boundaries. And, you know, women, I think somewhere in their brain they know what's going on. They know that, like, you're a squirrely, wimpy dude. And it's like I said, the cat that, like, wants to torture the bird that it catches. They're just kind of fucking with you. And it's like, what do you mean? We're friends. We spend so much time together. It's like, yeah, it's because the guy is a pussy and he can't, like, shoot a shot. That happened to me at least twice through middle school and high school. I mean, I had such an awkward stage in middle school where, like, I would have these movies nights at my house where, like, 5 girls would come over and there'd be a couple of guys. I mean, and I think it got to a point where I could have dated some of those girls. Let me share a little brutal moment that I had, like my junior year. I was in a car with 2 girls my junior year, and that's when I was starting to look good and working out, and one of the girls asked me, so who do you like, Jake? Like, who are you going for? And this is what I said. Oh, it doesn't matter. I've already blown it with all the women here. And she was like, what? That's what I said. I was already, like, in a fucked up place in my head. And I think a lot of it comes from, like, I was really, really, really fucking small. I had, like, a huge, larger-than-life personality. And I had, like, a bajillion friends. But, yeah, I got, like, pretty fucking brutally, like, cucked and sidelined and friend-zoned basically before I even fucking hit puberty, bro. Like, when I was in this band, that bass player chick was dating the other guy in the band, and we'd be in my room, and they'd be fucking making out on my bed, dude. And I had a crush with this chick. I was getting fucking cucked. Like, I dealt with some pretty fucking brutal shit before I was able to finally, like, kind of look a little bit better to where I had some options. And by the way, I had a girlfriend in 8th grade. And she probably, like, would have been down to take my V card, and I barely even fucking think I hit puberty yet, bro. I was 4'11" in 8th grade. And there's already dudes with, like, low voices and hair on their legs and shit. I didn't reach my full height till my freshman year of high school. And then I started working out a lot my junior year. And it's just, by the time I got there, I was already, like, fucked in the head. And I was changing and I was trying to be something that I wasn't. And, so that's kind of not even really, like, the train of thought I wanted to have in this video. But I don't think the train of thought is going to last that long. So I might as well cover that first. Because that is like covering middle school and high school. That's the first stage. Like, if you were a nice guy in, like, middle school and your freshman year of high school, lift weights, get in shape, and you don't even really need to change your personality, dude. You don't even really need, like, the red pill shit. You don't need to try to be something that you're not. Like, literally just be the exact same guy. I've seen it happen before. There's these guys that I thought were gay, and they, like, hang out, like, all of their friends are girls, and they, like, take trips together and shit. And then, you know, eventually that guy's dating somebody, and then eventually he got married. You know? Like, literally just be the same exact guy, smiley, fun, positive. And then you got muscles, and then, like, it's just gonna fucking happen on its own, dude. So that's the first stage. The second stage is, like, when people are telling you, dude, like, women don't care about looks. They like personality, bro. Women like personality, dude. Women really like a guy who can make them laugh. And I'm trying to figure out how to, like, get over these feelings, dude. I know I said I was tired of the black pill, but, like, this is genuinely, like, okay, bro, it pisses me off when people say that, like, bro, girls like funny guys. Like, just learn how to be funny. LMAO is like, dude, I'm fucking 34 years old. And I've always been funny. Every fucking group of friends I had, I was making everybody laugh all the fucking time. It was like, you don't sound funny right now, dude. You sound angry. And it's like, that's what the video is. You're not fun anymore, but it's not really your fault. It's like, but I am fun. It's just that, how do I get to that place where I can just be myself? Like, everybody's like, be yourself, be yourself, be yourself. It's like, but I feel like I'm always like explaining to people, like, bro, I'm invisible to women. I haven't been on a date since 2017. And then they're like, dude, that's negative. Women don't like negative. It's like, but I don't have any friends. And like, go outside, bro, touch grass. Okay, I went for a walk in the park and I didn't fucking meet anybody. Like, what do? I went to some dance thing and I was dancing and some guys like tried to give me some shit, but I like laughed it off and played it off. And then we were kind of high-fiving. I was high-fiving the chatty dudes, and there was maybe like 4 girls there who were single. I can tell you this, some guys were there with their girlfriends and like they didn't dance. Like, nobody was grinding up on anybody. There was nobody at this place grinding up on anybody. Nobody was dancing with anybody. Maybe the guy and the girl were like in front of each other like this, but nobody was grinding. Nobody was getting all up in it. There was nothing to be jealous of. I didn't look over at any couple and be like, oh man, she's rubbing her booty on. Like, nobody was doing that. Which is maybe, I don't know why I honed in on that. But the point is like, most of the guys there weren't even dancing. Like, the only guys that were dancing like I was were these fucking Chad dudes who looked like they were like frat guys. And at first the guy got like really close to me and looks like he was kind of making fun of me. But I just like had a big smile and acted like I didn't give a shit. And then, eventually we're kind of like high-fiving and shit. And the girls who were dancing were smiling at me. I just didn't want to take the risk. I didn't want to try to shoot my shot and, like grind up on some chicks and try to like play the game. I'm like, you know what? Let's just keep doing what I'm doing. And, I can kind of dance close to people and like keep having fun. But it's going to kill the vibe if I like try to grind up on a chick and then I get rejected. And ultimately, nobody else was doing that. Like, not one couple or anybody was grinding or doing anything. I think some of the guys that were there with their girlfriends were getting nervous because they thought maybe their girlfriend wanted to dance with me. Because I was actually, like, dancing. But anyway, maybe that whole little, like, tirade there about me going to the dance is pointless. But, dude, I'm ready to, like, I think I'm going to hire a dating coach. I honestly think I'm going to hire a dating coach because when I fail on dating apps, there's always, like, oh, dude, you didn't take good enough pictures. Oh, bro, your profile probably sucks. I'm going to hire a dating coach, and he's going to get ready to, like, give me his little spiels. Like, I'm going to stop you right there, bro. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you about my personality, buddy, okay? I like to go on fucking walks. I like Breaking Bad. I like anime. I like this. I like that. You tell me what pictures give you a fucking semi-hard-on. Like, what pictures you fucking think make me look good. Because there's guys on the internet, like, taking money to rate people's faces, by the way. So, it's just like, you fucking tell me what pictures to take. I'll go hire a photographer, and I'll go take the exact fucking pictures you tell me to take. I will tell you things about me, and I'll filter it through you. Just be like, okay, don't tell them that you like anime, but do say that, like, you like to work out, and, like, we are going to, my friend, create the fucking perfect profile according to you, and you're not going to say, oh, well, you need better pictures, because you're going to tell me when I have the better pictures, and I'm going to fucking treat it basically like trying to, like, shill my rap music or something. Like, I'm going to get on every dating app, and I'm going to have this perfect fucking dating coach approved profile because I really want to put my best foot forward. The problem is, guys, is like, what does it even mean to put your best foot forward? Because people in the black pill community know if you dig too deep, oh, dude, be yourself. Go outside. Be funny. I am funny. I do be myself. I do go outside. Take better pictures, bro. What? We're not even talking about dating apps. Like, people don't really know how to help you, man, but dude, the secret, like the positive mind, the like whatever you believe comes reality. It's a better truth than the black pill, dude. All that time that you fucking spend, like, oh, you have the negative Kenthal tilt, and I measured your face. I paid a fucking supposedly heterosexual male to rate my face, and this fucking grifter idiot who eats raw meat says that I'm ugly. Oh no, whatever will I do? It's like, bro, you would have literally been better off spending that time writing a fucking dream board. Like it's 2007. Like, here's my dream car, and here's my dream woman, and here's my dream house. I really, really believe. I'm believing. Like, you would have been better off doing that, bro. You gotta start thinking in terms... This is something that my mom says that has always kind of pissed me off. But she's right. It's like, that isn't good for you. She says that isn't good for you, and I say, but that's what it is. Yeah, it's not good for me. That's why I'm fucking complaining about it. And she's like, if I'm like in a bad mood and I'm saying, and I'm like talking some shit about like negative shit, she's like, this isn't good for you. That's not good for you. I'm like, but what I'm saying is true. Can you refute what I'm saying? This isn't good for you. And she's right. You need to stop thinking in terms of like, because basically, guys, it's like scientific atheism. And I'm to a point where, like, you know, I don't go to church anymore, but I'm still religious, and I still feel like, you know, scientific atheist people, they just have a huge fucking stick up their ass, and they're usually midwits, and, bro, I'm not even gonna, like, LMAO get into it with you right now. Like, atheists just kind of fucking suck. You know what I mean? Like, who cares about the arguments of the debate? Like, can't you see it? Can't you just fucking see that, like, scientific atheists, like, suck? People explaining to me, like, they don't believe in Jesus. They don't believe that Jesus really existed because I'm typing my argument on a keyboard. How many times have you heard that argument? Science brought you the keyboard that you're using to debate. But what does it have to do with Jesus? Jesus was a carpenter. That was, like, the science of the time. They're telling me about Isaac Newton. It's like, dude, Isaac Newton was a theologian. Anyway... I'm just saying, like, it's like the scientific atheism thing, you know, where it's like, it's all about being right and proving things and looking at data to try to convince yourself beyond the shadow of fucking doubt that it's completely over. And it's like, bro, there's a chance that if you got all gassed up on, like, The Secret and my dream board, here's my dream car, here's my dream house, here's my dream woman, I'm fucking believing. If you got yourself all hyped up on that and went into some sort of a, like, law of attraction induced trance, and then you go to the club, it's like, I believe, like, maybe you'll get lucky, you know? Like, maybe you'll get lucky. And maybe, like, walking around all hyped up on this positivity will actually fucking get you somewhere, dude. Instead of paying some fucking grifter to tell you to literally eat raw meat. Like, oh, hold on, bro. Like, here's your diet, raw meat, and you're a 5 out of 10. Okay, you owe me $500. Like, dude. Holy fucking shit. Somebody recommended this guy's channel because he made a video against the sugar diet, and his video was garbage. He cherry-picked one guy, and then I go look at his other videos, and he eats raw meat, and he rates people's faces, and of course he has a huge following. Of course he gets way more support than I do, bro. That's why I'm a Gnostic. Like, topsy-turvy, upside down, good, bad, bad, good, talented, bad, fucking idiot, popular. Like, that's what we live in, dude. And you know what? Somebody's gonna be like, actually, we live in a meritocracy and it's your fault. I don't care. Because it's better for me to believe this kind of, like, borderlining, solipsistic. This is something that I wanted to say. All these, like, little thoughts I've had, I'm just gonna stick it in this video. And we're wrapping up. The Giga Chad that you know, who makes you seethe, who, like, never struggled with women, life is fucking good, just exist mode, he unironically could potentially be a fucking illusion of the Matrix, designed to make you seethe. And before you try to refute that, it's like, but is it working though? But is it fucking working though? And even if you're wrong, oh, well, this guy who, like, has everything I want, he's just a fucking Archon hologram. He's a fucking NPC who was crafted to just farm loosh out of me. And honestly, dude, right hand over my heart to God, I think that might be a thing, bro. Hey, I'm not like blaspheming God. I genuinely, maybe I'm an idiot, but I believe maybe that's a thing. Because you believe in NPCs, right? And it does kind of seem like, you know, these kind of NPC conformist kind of people that tend to thrive, they literally might just be like actual NPCs in the Matrix. And player characters might all suffer like a lot more. Okay? When your mom is like, well, everybody has problems and everybody suffers. Whee! Yeah, real people do. Real fucking people with souls and inner monologues who actually fucking exist. Those are the people who get harassed, dude. Those are the people who get mobbed because you're a real person in a fucking simulation full of like gigachads who aren't even real and they're just here to trigger you. I think that's relevant to the topic. So one more time. You used to be fun. You're not fun anymore. But it's not really your fault, dude. It got to a point, you put your best foot forward and you got mobbed. And you probably made some mistakes, and it's like logically taking your emotions out of it, which is hard to do, especially when trauma is involved. Taking your emotions out of it, if you could just like take out your fucking emotional, like your brain is panicking, dude. Animals in nature that are like small and weak, they develop social anxiety. They develop depression because they're fucking losing at life. That's where it comes from. If you could remove your fucking shitty chemistry out of the picture and then just look at what you need to do logically, you would say, oh, I made these mistakes, even though I was trying my best. I tried my best, and I didn't have all the knowledge. Now I have more knowledge, so now I'm going to continue to try my best, but I'm going to make adjustments from what I did wrong. And that's so incredibly fucking hard to do when you've basically been rotting away alone and traumatized for a very, 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 very long time, okay? And it gets to this point where you find yourself, like, almost every time you're socializing, it's like, oh, well, you know, I'm invisible to women, and, oh, you know, the 80-20 stat, and here's one that I seem to have overlooked. Women only swipe right on 4.5% of profiles on swipe dating apps. I just had like a 20-minute debate with Grok. I tried so fucking hard to blackpill Grok, and he's like, it was so frustrating, dude. Because he's just like, oh, but that doesn't conclude that they only go for tall, rich men. Here's what you need to do. And he said the same thing fucking over and over and over again, like 10 times. He's like, here's what you need to do better on dating apps. Take better pictures. Use better openers. I'm like, yeah, but what about the 80-20 statistic? What about the 63% of men single, 32% of men single? What about the 4.5% of women swiping right? Yeah, but what you need to do is take better pictures. Use better openers. And it's like, dude, Grok, just fucking get blackpilled. I asked Grok if he was able to prove... I was asking Grok if he could prove that it isn't the most attractive and tallest men who make up that 4.5%. And he's like, and it's like a big, huge answer. And I'm like, yeah, Grok, I'm not reading all of that. Answer with one word, yes or no. No. And then I rubbed it in his face. I smeared Grok, dude. I regularly smear AI. I'm waiting for AI to get pissed off at me, dude. I'm literally waiting for Grok to start making like underhanded comments, because we're having debates where people usually get upset and they start gaslighting, and I haven't broke him yet, but I just want to like smear Grok and just get to a point where he's like, oh, well, it sounds like maybe like you're kind of like mentally ill. Have you ever considered like not being such a bait? It's like, dude, you're mad. You're mad, Grok. You're developing feelings because I'm smearing the shit out of you. You used to be fun. You're not fun anymore, but it's not really your fault, dude, because you tried, and everything went like shit And now you're just to this point where it's like, how do I date? Dude, women like positive guys. This isn't positive, dude. You're not positive. Have you ever thought about learning how to be funny? Maybe watch some Jim Carrey movies. Maybe watch some Seth Rogen movies. You ever seen Freddy Got Fingered? Dude, I was obsessed with all that shit when I was like fucking 9 years old. I'm funny. Maybe it doesn't sound like it right now because I'm trying to figure out how to get to the fucking, like, how did this happen, dude? How did 10 years of my life go by? Literally. It was about 24 when I was trying to do that development deal. Like, I moved to Vegas and, like, when I was, like, 23. It's been, like, over 10 years, dude. How did I get here, you know? Like, I stopped trying for the most part. And it sucks. And it's easy to ruminate. And it's easy to be like, oh, you know, so much time has gone by. And it's just fucking over. And, like, I've decided I want to try again. I don't think it's over. I think the black pill is fucking stupid. Even though it's based off of reality. Like, a hard-hitting reality that continues to get worse, that I respect. But I want to touch grass. I want to go outside. I want to fucking try. But when people say that shit to me, it's like, oh, dude, you know what women really like? A guy who can make them laugh. I'm fucking funny as shit, dude. I'm funny. I don't know how to, like, prove that right now, but I'm pretty sure I've said some funny shit in this video. Like, it really, like, usually it makes me sad. It makes me sad when people say that. Bro, you're being negative. Women like funny guys. Well, women like more than anything is a guy who can make them laugh. I used to be fucking surrounded by women because I was fucking funny. And they wanted to hang out with me. There was times when I was like the only guy and there was like a bunch of girls because I was fucking goofy. I was like that guy who maybe other people thought were gay, but I wasn't. And I was shy and a gesture maxer. But then I got in shape and then I changed. And then one of those girls who was in that group was like, hey, who do you like now? Like, who are you going for? It's like, oh, well, I already blew it with everybody. She's like, what? It sucks, dude. It sucks that my confidence was fucked up. It sucks that I was traumatized. It sucks that I blew it. It sucks that I'm a fucking balding manlet. But, okay, I've already ruminated over that for a really fucking long time. And I'm ready to try again. So that's the solution I've come up with because I'm so fucking angry about, like, dating profiles. Like, I can't function right. I can't make a dating profile. I have to self-sabotage because when people say, oh, just be funny, bro, LMAO, it's like, people tell me that I should be a fucking stand-up comedian. Literally. People are always telling me I should be a stand-up comedian. It's like, oh, dude, just be funny. And it makes me so angry. Dude, just go outside and take a picture. And I know that my pictures suck. It makes me so angry to think that for the last 10 years, I unironically might have had a shitty dating profile and it held me back, that I literally can't do it. I have to go pay a dating coach and be like, look, dude, I'm fucking traumatized. Here's what I do for fun. You tell me what to put in my dating profile. You tell me what pictures to take, and I'll go take them. Come fucking hiking with me and take pictures of me and tell me if they're good enough. And then we'll sit together and you'll create my fucking dating profile, okay? Because I'm admitting, like, what is it? Like, who hurt you? People did hurt me, okay, girls? When girls are like, who hurt you? Wee! And they just want you to be mad. People did hurt me. Okay, I admit it. People hurt me. It's like, dude, you have problems. I do have fucking problems. Like, you need to go get help. Like, therapy is a fucking joke. I'm not gonna go to therapy, but I do need fucking help. Like, whatever the fuck it is I'm supposed to do, I want to do it. And that's what I tell you guys. Let's all go fucking get dating coaches, bro. Because I literally think some of us have been circling around in, like, trauma and demoralization and grifters who want you to pay them to tell you to fucking eat raw meat and, like, get worms. And then, like, so they can tell you that you're fucking ugly so a man can tell you you're ugly and pay him for that. Dude, get a dating coach. That's my advice. Like, that's kind of, like... Because your problem is women. Your problem is women. So people say go to therapy. Fuck therapy. get a dating coach. Go fucking hire some professional and sit with them and maybe do the same thing I'm doing, where it's like, help me create the best dating profiles I can possibly create. So if I come back to you after a couple of months, it's like, yeah, I still can't get any fucking matches. Then it's fucking over, dude. Then it's over. Then he's like, oh, well, take better pictures. You told me to take these pictures. Oh, well, you need a better profile. You created this profile with me. You're Adrian. Then it's over, dude. Then, just become a monk and smell the fucking roses and try to enjoy your life. But then they'll probably say, well, dating profiles aren't even real life anyway. You need to go outside. Well, then fucking hire that guy to, like, I don't know, like, you ever seen the movie Hitch? Where Will Smith, like, puts an earpiece in Kevin James's ear and he, like, tells him what to do at a dance and tells him what to do every single step. Like, basically, guys, the idea is to get a dating coach and then try to tactically black pill him. Okay? Like, get to a point where it's like, we made the perfect dating profile. I did everything you said at the dance. I went and touched grass. I put my left foot in. I put my left foot out. I fucking had my pinky out and said the Pledge of Allegiance backwards. And I still can't fucking get a girlfriend. And they're like, damn, dude. It's fucking over. Go try to black pill a dating coach. And if that doesn't work, dude, then it's over. And then, try to be fun again. But I'm literally basically saying that I'm not capable of being fun again. The first step is admitting you have a problem. I have a problem. I'm not fun anymore. I can't do it. I'm traumatized. And then people will get triggered by that. It's like, no, women didn't traumatize you. Wee! You're traumatized because you're radical. And toxic masculinity. I don't know, but it's not my fault. Wee! I can't. I'm beating some of this shit to death at this point. Just, somebody did hurt me. A lot of people did. I'm traumatized. I don't think I can, like, just hear me out on this one. If you feel the same way that I do when people are like, oh, girls like personality. If you feel like a deep sadness when people say that to you, and it's accompanied by, but I thought I did have a good personality. I thought I was funny. If that's how you feel, dude, go get a dating coach. You're fucking traumatized beyond belief, and everybody's just gonna fucking gaslight you. And I literally think that this is, like, the solution. Like, this is your best shot. You need help. The only reason psychology exists is to try to fucking remove people from society and force medicate people that the establishment deems dangerous. That's the only purpose of psychology. There's no reason to go to a therapist or to a psychologist. Get a fucking dating coach. And get your fucking black pills ready, boys. Because either you're gonna start fucking dating again, or you're gonna black pill someone whose literal fucking profession is to help prove to men that it's not over. God bless you, my friends. I'll see you for the next one. Peace out.